There is a DUI crackdown in Ontario with the OPP announcing mandatory alcohol screening at every traffic stop. What's going on here? That's what I'm going to cover in this video. I'm Dan Joffe, DUI lawyer at Nextlaw. First, the breaking news. The OPP announced that they will conduct what is called mandatory alcohol screening at every traffic stop in the Greater Toronto area, including surrounding regions. This means that when the OPP stops you for any reason, so whether it's for a speeding ticket or using your phone when driving, you'll be asked to take an alcohol screening test. And it doesn't matter whether the OPP believes that you've been drinking. They're going to make you take the test at every traffic stop. According to the OPP, the reason why they're doing this is because of a significant increase in the number of impaired driving charges and collisions over the past 5 years. Impaired driving charges have increased by 30% in this 5-year period, while collisions have increased by 50%. The OPP believes that by mandating mandatory screening in Ontario at every traffic stop, that will cut down on the number of impaired driving incidences, thereby improving public safety. Is mandatory alcohol screening really breaking news? And the answer is yes and no. What's not news is mandatory alcohol screening in Ontario. Before 2018, the police could only request a demand that you take a breath test only in the event that they had a reasonable suspicion that you've consumed alcohol when driving. In 2018, the law was changed and it allowed police to demand a breath sample from any driver they stopped without any suspicion of that person consuming alcohol when driving. This is known as mandatory alcohol screening. So that's not new or newsworthy. So why is this story making news? And the reason has to do with the policy. The OPP are saying that they will make it standard operating procedure to ask for an alcohol breath sample at every single traffic stop. If the OPP follows through on this policy, you should be prepared to take a breath test whenever you're pulled over, regardless of the reason for the traffic stop. The thought of being subjected to a breath test during every traffic stop can be unsettling, especially for most people who never had issues with impaired driving before. It's really a stark reminder of how easily a simple traffic stop could escalate into a life-changing situation. So this raises the question, can you refuse to take the breath test? And the answer is clear, and it is no. You cannot refuse to take the breath sample if the OPP asks you to take it. If you refuse, you'll be charged with a DUI called failure or refusal to comply with a breath demand. This is a serious criminal charge, and really don't let this happen to you. And finally, if the OPP asks you to take a breath sample, do you have the right to speak with a lawyer to get advice on whether you should take the breath test at all? Now, the answer may surprise you, but the answer is no. In Canada and Ontario, you do not have the right to consult with a lawyer before taking a breath test. Your right to speak and consult with a lawyer is a constitutional right that applies when you're under arrest or detention. And that context does not cover the scenarios I've covered in this video. So bottom line, if you're asked to take a breath test, take it or you'll face very serious consequences. If you've been charged with a DUI, impaired driving over 80, or refusal to take a breath test, reach out to schedule a free confidential call with me. The link is in the description of this video.